Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to part 19 of building a Yippee mobile game. Yeah, in the last stream, I guess we were trying to fix some performance issues, and we got some part of the way. Got some stuff going. Still got some of those issues, but it's not as bad. But this stream, we're gonna be focusing on like projectiles for the enemies. So like having them shoot like laser beams at us and rocks and arrows and the like. Yeah, that should be pretty interesting. We'll be able to dodge the dangerous Yippee projectiles coming at us. Yeah, it's starting to add some degree of difficulty into our game. But yeah, let's get into that. I think that'll be pretty interesting. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Yeah, here we are back in Xcode. Cool. Yeah, here's where we left off. Go to the game view. Here we are. Yeah, here's kind of where we were leaving off. So we've got our Yippee here, our Yippee game. And we've got like our little structures that spawn. And little dudes can spawn in the wall or the ground. That's a bug. But we'll get through it. But yeah, now they're like attacking us when we get near them, which is pretty nice. And we can just shoot them down from a distance. But like the dudes with the bows and the slingshots and the ray guns, we wanna have them shoot projectiles at us like this little Yippee here. We want them to try and shoot us with some rocks with this little slingshot. Yeah, so we'll try and get that working. Yeah, should be pretty good, I think. Yeah, so let's try and get that working. Yep. So for that, what I was thinking, so like we already have the code for the player shooting projectiles, which is here. And like when we tap the screen, the player can shoot like an arrow. So we want similar things for the enemies. So yeah. And for that, I kind of want to keep track of like what direction the enemy's facing, because that'll control like whether the arrow's coming at us from the left or the right. And also I wanted to control how often they're allowed to fire arrows at us, which will be with a timer. Yeah, so I'll have like a timer for each of the enemies, and basically they can like shoot at us like every I don't know, like every second or something, just so they're not like spamming arrows at us. Yeah. So yeah, let's integrate that. So for the enemy, we'll give them a timer, which will be, I guess I can call it like ranged shot timer. And this will be nil unless we have a ranged weapon. Then we can set this to something. So we can say range shot timer equals timer. Yeah, I think so. That should be alright. And then, yeah, we also wanted like the direction they were facing, right? So, actually, because we want this for the player too. So I can probably put this up here. Like is facing, I think I had a variable like is facing right. Yeah, here. So we can kind of have this variable on the Yippee object. So is facing right, we'll set it to false. Yeah. Oh, also I forgot I like to link my Yippee, whatchamacallit, video. Not my video, but just a video about Yippees online for context. I'll put that one, I'll pin it. I like pinning this one. Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Cool. Yeah, so that's kind of what I want there. So we've got the players facing right. And then what else do we have? We've got our timer on the enemy Yippee. So let's first replace like all the player is facing right, or like just is facing right, because it'll be like for the enemy or the player. Yeah, we'll replace all references of this, like is facing right. We've got 17 references here actually. Yes, I guess we could do like a find and replace. For like player dot is facing right. Yeah. Initially we set it to true to begin with. Yeah, so we can probably... okay. So it's true for the... yeah, okay, I think it's fine. Because I have it set to like default to false here. But... yeah, if I set it to true in the initialize game, that should be alright, yeah. So let me do like a find and replace then. Yeah, so we'll replace player is facing with a player dot is facing right. Yeah, our player is facing right with this. Oh, replace all instances of it. Yeah, I think that worked. So now we have a player dot is facing right. So that should work. And actually we don't need this anymore. Cool. Alright. Cool. I think that'll work out fine. Let's just make sure. If we pull up our thingamajig again, and we can turn left and right as the player, and that'll control where our arrows are being fired from. Cool. I think that works out. Also, I'm not sure why it's like printing all this. Yeah, because I deleted all the prints before stream. Yeah, let me restart my Xcode actually. I think it's using an old version or something. Let me just do a little bit of cheeky restarting of the Xcode. Should be okay. Uno momento. Cool. Here we go. Oh no, it's the Pokemon music where we're at low health. Gotta be careful, man. Alright. Oh, yeah, right. Sometimes it does this like squish thing when you load, but it's actually fine. Yeah, now we don't have these like prints anymore. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, I think that we're good. We are good. Cool. Yeah, maybe I can like make this smaller. Oh wait, it's not like shrinking down. I like this, I think. Oh dude, what is this theme? I remember this theme. This gives me nostalgia. This Pokemon theme. Let me check. This is a Route 10 from like Black and White. That's nice, man. Cool. Let's see. What else did I want to do? Oh yeah, there was also like an is melee variable. I feel like we don't need that. I saw it somewhere here. This one. Yeah, because we kind of already have that. Is melee true, toggle. And we have this is melee attacking. Interesting. I think that's like if I'm like swinging my sword, but not if I'm actually like melee or not. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna replace all references of that with the new, like, is melee variable. Yeah. I've got this, like, weapon type here. Okay. I see what's going on here. I see, says the blind man. Let's see. Var is melee. I'll set this to false. And we don't have any constructor here for a weapon. I'm not sure how to do this one. Because I feel like... oh, we have this type on the weapon. Yeah. And this controls whether it's like melee or ranged. Interesting. So then, how about... Because I could keep this, but I feel like having this type on the weapon is like extra. Yeah, because, okay. Well, the player can have melee or ranged. Ah, okay, now I know why I have this variable. Because the player can swap between melee and ranged, but the enemy can't. Okay, yeah, then I don't need this on the Yippee object. Yeah, that's actually fine to have as like a separate variable. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should call this like player is melee. Yeah, not sure. I think it's fine. Yeah. Cool. I think that's good. Now then. What to do? How about let's see. So we want to get the enemies to shoot laser beams at us. So yeah, let's start with, oh yeah, we had like a timer here. Yeah, so we'll control how often the enemies can fire at us. So they can shoot like an arrow or a laser beam or a rock at us like every so seconds or whatever. Yeah, that should be alright. And maybe I can put like a constant in here, like let ranged shot interval equal like 1.0, which will be like they can shoot at us every second or something. Yeah, I think so. So I guess we can do that like when the enemy spawns. So like spawn enemy, then we can set up their timer for like shooting at us. Yeah, so we'll have like enemy dot ranged shot timer equal scheduled timer with time interval, and then here's where we'll do that like range shot interval repeats true. I don't think we can do a block. I know there's another parameter for like firing a function. Let me see if I can find that one. I have some examples from some other projects. Yeah, there's like time interval, target. Yeah, so it's a different set of parameters. There's like there's target. You can put like self, and then there's selector. This is like I want it to fire, like call this function like every second. And here we'll need to like create the function. We'll say like enemy shoot projectile or something. Yeah, that should be alright. And then we'll have this user info. Yeah, there's like just some extra parameters that we don't really use, but repeats we'll set to true. Yeah, let's see if this kind of gives us any red warnings. Can't find something. Oh right, so this should be a time interval. Yes, or time interval. Cool, I think that should be good. I think we just need to make this function. Yeah, that should be a-okay. That should be fine and dandy. Yeah, let me see. There's a certain like function syntax you need for these functions. You need like @objc on them, I think. Let me double check. Generate. Yeah, you need like a certain function signature on them. Yeah, so if we'll have this, we'll have like @objcfunc or like private func enemy shoot projectile. Yeah, and then here's where we'll like spawn a projectile at a certain velocity where the player or the enemy is. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. But then, oh, here's a little thing we gotta think about, like which enemy shot the projectile. Okay. So we probably want to pass like some variable here if we can, like enemy. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. Will it let us pass in the selector? I think so. Method cannot be marked because the parameter can't be represented. Ooh. That's a bit gross. Let me look up this error. I feel like there's a way around this. Has to be like NS object. I see. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to make this enemy Yippee object an NS object for this to work. We're going like back into Objective-C world. Yeah, it's like back before like early 2010s. We're going back in time. Yeah, okay. So now we'll make this NS object. Yeah, I think NS actually stands for like Next Company, which was like Steve Jobs got fired from Apple and then he founded his like Next Company. And then I guess they pulled some of that language into the new Apple Swift framework. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of Apple lore. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, I think it should be okay now. Let's see. Yeah, I think that error went away. Cool. Alright. And now here we have argument of selector. Oh, okay. So this is fine now. But I guess... Okay, let's see. Looks like it can't find the parameter. Let's take a gander, see if we can figure out a fix for this one. Thinking emoticon. I'm gonna show what I'm searching up. Yeah, let's show this. I'm trying to see like where the error might be. Because we want to pass like a selector basically with a parameter. I don't think I've tried that before. Like at objc selector with, yeah, with arguments. Can I do this? Oh, there's a sender. I see. Okay. So target self. What if I make target like the enemy? Handle tap sender. Okay. I think I need to set this target to like the enemy and have the sender parameter be included. Probably. Oh, let's see. There's a more kind of unified example here. Oh, here's the current Swift. Target self with the sender, any, switch on sender. Okay. This is kind of gross. Yeah, underbar. Add target. How would I do it for like a custom objc function? Pass multiple parameters to add target. Nah, but I want my own, like, timer. If I wanted to pass something into timer. I just want, like, the position of the enemy that fired this timer. Yeah. Hashtag selector action. Yeah, like this, kinda. You define the method in the target. Oh, there's user info. This is Objective-C code. Here we got Swift. Yeah, when is this answer from? 2013. Yeah, they're really going back in time. So we got selector, call method. Let's see, Swift 4. Some function with 2 parameters. Timer in. Oh, what the heck? You can have a function with any parameters you want and use the scheduled timer block. Oh, okay. I see what this is. So instead of having a function, I would just have a closure here. I see. I guess that kind of works better, I think. Yeah. And then they say, careful to call timer, invalidate to prevent it. Yeah, okay. I was planning on doing that. Okay, well, I guess we won't have like an objc function then. Which is kind of what I'm used to. So I wonder then if we even need to make this an NS object anymore. I'll take it out then. Cool. Yeah. So then I won't need this, if that's how we're gonna do it. Alright. So then I had width time interval. And just repeats true. That kind of simplifies it a lot. And then, yeah, they say we can just do like a closure here, like timer in. Okay, that's fine by me. Cool. Yeah, it looks like that's not giving us any compile errors. Cool. I like it. I like it. All right. So, what to do next? How about... Oh yeah, we need to spawn the arrow. Right. So let's get our arrow spawning code out of the touches began. Yeah, let's see if we can find it. Touches began. This file is coming a bit unwieldy. Oh, we have this projectiles array too. Oh, here we go. Like all of this code we basically need. Let's go back to that like initialize timer or something. Here we go. And now we'll make our little projectile. And yeah, we gotta change a couple things. Oh, maybe yeah. Can I capture self here? So I don't get all these errors. Self timer in. I'm not sure if this is the right syntax. I don't remember. I'm gonna run this and see. Nah, okay, I guess we'll just have to like spam self everywhere. That's okay. That's alright. Yeah, so we'll just do this like self dots for projectile and all that. Yep. I think so. Okay, there's like player. I guess on player we need to do it. But in this case, we want to do this on the enemy. Have the projectile spawn where the enemy is. So yeah, let's do this. So enemy is facing right. Then we'll spawn this projectile where the enemy is. Yeah, that should be good. And then projectile X scale. Yeah, it's like flipping the projectile based on the direction the enemy is facing. Yeah, I think this should be okay. Let's build this and see what kind of errors we're looking at. Or maybe do a product clean. We'll do it clean and see. Yes. Let's see what errors are we facing. Still loading a bit. Let me try forcing it to load by using the preview. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're missing a couple self. Okay, just on the frame. That's not so bad. Self arrow, okay. And then self projectiles append. And here we go. Awesome. Yeah, I think it should be alright. Cool. Now, so I think this should like spawn an arrow where the enemy is. Yeah, right now it'll do it like regardless of whether they're holding a ranged weapon or not. And I don't know, it might like shoot from the left to the right. We'll see. Let's just take a look and see what we're dealing with first. What have we got going on? So... Oh, I see the hitbox for the... Oh, you see that? I think the hitbox for the bat is like off. Yo, that's wild. Bruh, it's the phantom bat. Okay. I'll have to fix that. Okay. So let's see. Oh, we're lagging a little bit. Okay. Yeah, okay, they are spawning arrows. That's cool. Albeit he's kind of like giving himself a little pin cushion. But yeah, it seems like it's somewhat working. Cool. Let's see then. So I only want to do this if they're a ranged enemy. Yeah, so let's put like an if statement around here somewhere. Like if enemy dot, maybe weapon node dot type is ranged. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Yeah. So if they're ranged, then we start shooting arrows. Yeah. And then, what else to do? So we want the texture of the projectile to match whatever ranged weapon they have. So, and also the damage too. Okay. I wonder, do I have like a method to know what ranged weapon they have? Yeah, okay, so it depends on the texture actually. Okay. The power, that's right. So we can use the power to determine what the range projectile should be. Like the texture of it. Yeah. I think actually for that I'd probably want another like far range projectile texture here. And we'll default this to the rock actually. I think I have like a rock texture. Weapon textures dot. I might not. Let me check my constants. Where do I put the arrow? I put it here. Yeah, let me make a separate struct, just for like ranged. I'll call it like our projectile textures. We'll put the arrow in there, along with also the laser beam and the rock. Or I guess we'll just call it like, yeah, laser beam. And we'll do the rock. I think that'll be pretty good. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so... Let's see, so what did we call this? We've got... I forgot what I called the laser texture. Laser beam. Ah, yeah, literally just laser beam. And then the rock, I think I called it rock. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these two, laser beam and rock. Awesome. Yeah, so we'll create these textures. So we've got laser beam. And we've got rock. That's alright. Now, where do we call like arrow texture? Yeah, so we'll want to actually probably pull this from Oh, let's say this. Textures dot projectile textures. This is just for now, for the player. Actually, it's for the enemy. Arrow texture. Yeah, same here. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah, I think I just need some more textures though. So I've got arrow. I also want to have the rock and laser beam. Yeah. Cool. I think the laser beam will probably be similar, but the rock will be different. Like probably like... I'm gonna say like 12-12 for this. Oops, yeah. And maybe this should be the width as well. Kind of like a square texture for the rock. That's kind of what I have in mind. Let's see, where are we declaring Eric's physics body? Here. Yeah, so we'll have laser beam, physics body, and the rock one as well. Cool. I think that should be good. Awesome. Now then, what to do next? So now that we have our kind of our hitboxes for the projectiles we want to shoot, the arrows and the laser beams and the rocks, we also need to set kind of like their own bit masks. So like we want to make sure like the arrow that the enemy shoots is different than the one the player shoots. Yeah, because like basically the enemy arrow will hit us, but our arrow will hit the enemy. We have to like do this like bit like collider type stuff to differentiate that kind of mechanic. Yeah, kind of like how we did with the melee weapons. Like the enemy has their own bat, stick, and sword, but like we've got our own melee weapon. Yeah. So I'll do that for like the enemy projectiles too. So I'll say like enemy arrow, I guess it was like enemy arrow category. I think that'll be alright. And we'll say this is you, int 0x1. And we'll just copy this for like the other projectile types. So we have like a laser beam and a rock. Yeah. So that should be good. Yeah, I guess the only thing also we need to do is, yeah, determine what texture the enemy should have. So we've got like, oh, what is this? K.textures dot, like range or like weapon. No, what do I call it? Like projectile textures, I think. This is gonna be the arrow, or just the rock to begin with. And then, yeah, I guess maybe I can have, when do I call this? Get weapon texture and damage. I call it here. Yeah, so let's do this. We'll say, range projectile texture equals textures. I'll call it textures and damage. And we'll say like projectile texture. Yeah. I think that should be good. And we'll need to update this to be like projectile texture. That'll be an SK texture object. Yeah, that should be good. And then, yeah, so the... Oh, it's on the melee, actually. Okay, well, this will be optional then. This is an optional parameter. And we'll set it to nil. Because for the melee, we don't want that. Yeah. Default argument not permitted in tuple type. Uh-oh. Okay, I didn't know that. In that case, we'll have to set this to nil here. Like projectile texture. Like for the melee, there isn't one. Yeah. So we'll just modify all this. Cool. Yeah, this is the default, which is the ranged. So the ranged projectile for the slingshot is the rock. Yeah, so we'll get the rock there. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And yeah, for the bow, it's the arrow. And for the ray gun, it's the laser beam. Cool. Now that should automatically get set. When we call this. Yeah, and then, okay. So I guess we need to unwrap this, huh? Okay. Yeah, so if it's melee, do I still... I guess this should be optional then. Like, SK texture optional. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Cool. Range projectile texture on weapon. Cool. Alright, I think it should be okay. Now we'll go back to our code where we're spawning these projectiles when we got our enemy spawning. Yeah, so let's see. Spawn enemy. Yeah, here we go. So here's another thing actually I need to consider. I don't want to start the enemy shooting at us until we get close to them. So this is like spawning the enemy and they're already shooting the arrow. But I don't want to start firing the arrow until we're like kind of close to them. So yeah, what I want to do there, I guess, is like instead of having this code in here, have it somewhere like in the update function where we're like basically like once we get close to the player, once the enemy is close enough to the player, then they should start shooting projectiles at us. Something like that. Yeah. So that's kind of what I have in mind for this. Yeah, so let's try that. Or actually, maybe do that later. Let's just get this working now. See if we can get like different projectiles to show up for different weapon types. Different ranged weapon types. And then we can focus on moving it. Yeah, so here's this code. The size, I guess, is kind of based on whatever physics body size we have. Yeah, okay. So maybe we want a switch statement in here, like switch on whatever the enemy weapon, yeah, whatever like ranged weapon the enemy's holding. We'll have to like determine what projectile should be shot and like the size of it and the texture. Yeah. And that'll determine also the hitbox. So, oh, and also these collider types. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so that'll have to probably be some kind of like switch statement. Maybe like private func. I don't know. I kind of want to do it. Yeah, I'll just do this here. Like switch on enemy dot weapon node dot weapon like projectile texture. Yeah. And we'll force unwrap this because we're ranged, so you know, like the melee weapons, they don't have a ranged projectile texture, but the ranged ones do. Yeah. So if we've got the arrow texture, we should do something. Yeah, yippee! Welcome, Dolphin Bird. Yeah, we're working on getting the enemies to shoot some ranged like projectiles at us. Like we've got like 3 different types of projectiles that the enemies can shoot at us. We've got like arrows and rocks and laser beams. Yeah. So depending on what they're holding, like they could be holding like a ray gun or a bow or a slingshot. They can shoot different like things at us. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're working on. Yeah, right now this code we're working on like getting the actual those like things to spawn. Yeah, so that should be pretty good. Yeah, so let's do this. So based on like this switch statement, we've got oh, thanks for the follow, Dolphin Bird. Yeah, hope you enjoy. Yeah, so based on this like switch statement, we'll like determine whatever hitbox like the ranged thing should have, and also there's like bit masks here which control like what projectiles can hit what like objects, and then also like the size of the projectile. That'll also be determined based on like whatever texture we've got. Yeah, so let's do these things. That should be pretty good. Yeah, so we've got the rock, and then this one will be the laser beam. Yeah. So I think this is good. Yeah, so we'll have to like determine the size based on this. Yeah. Also, I don't think we need to set the texture either. I think that's alright. Oh no, yeah, we will. This will be enemy dot weapon dot range projectile texture. Yeah, there we go. Cool. This will be like the same for everything. And then we'll need to set the size dynamically. We'll do that. And we also need to set yeah, what was it, like the hitbox, and then like all the values on the hitbox. Yeah, so that'll also be done kind of like based on whatever thing's getting fired at us. We need a different like shape of hitbox. Kind of like the laser beams are kind of wider, and the arrows kind of like arrow shaped. The rock is more like a circle. So yeah, we need like different hitboxes based on whatever's being thrown our way. Yeah, so we'll do all that. That'll be pretty good. Yeah, I think I defined like these sizes already up at the top. So for like the arrow, I think this is the arrow size, but for the rock, I think I had this as like width divided by 12, something like this. Yeah, I think I can keep the same for this would be for the laser beam. Yeah, this will be the rock. Cool. And I think that's pretty good. We'll also need to use different category bitmaps. We've got like enemy laser beam, enemy rock, enemy arrow. Cool. And then, yeah, let's see. I think this will have as the player, actually. So the player is the one who can get hit by the enemy projectiles. Yep. That should be pretty good. Cool. And then, what else will we have? We will have... let's see. How about... we have... I think this will work. I think this will work the way it is. I forgot what I set the sizes to at the top, though. Let's see. We've got... for the rock, it's like 12. Okay, yeah, the laser and the arrow I set to the same kind of size. I think that should be okay. Yeah. Cool. Now then... let's see. Let's see what we get. So... do we have some dangerous enemies with their dangerous ranged weapons shooting the things at us? Oh, Mr. Yippee with the stick, that's okay. That's alright. Uh-oh, a bit of lag. A bit of lag never hurt. Or maybe it does, so... Ooh, mega oof. Okay, we'll have to fix that. Yeah, I think I think a bunch of like projectiles must be getting spawned. Yeah, maybe I set the interval too short. Yeah, actually, this is actually crashing my thing. I'm gonna quit out of this and go back in. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful on like, yeah. I'm like restarting my Xcode because yeah, that was like a mega oof. That was actually crashing my IDE. Yeah, let's see. What was causing that? So I get back to our spawn enemy. Yeah, let's see. So it's basically creating all this. That should be fine. I feel like it was kind of like a one-off thing. I don't know. I'll run this in simulator. That way I don't have to like crash my whole like close my whole thing. Yeah, let's show this in simulator better. A handy dandy, trusty old iPhone 14 Plus simulator. Let's get him. See what we're working with. Cool. So. Yeah, let's see if we can get like an enemy to spawn with the ranged weapon. Oh yeah, I see that. It's like, like instantly it's lagging. Okay, so I think it's probably caused by this new code we've added. Let me see. So if I comment this out, then let's see if it will lag. Let's take a gander. So if I run this again, I just commented out like that projectile code that I added. Let's see. So Mr. Melee Yippee in the wall there, that's okay. If we run past these little dudes, let's see if we can find like a ranged weapon Yippee. Oh yeah, the bat texture is kind of off. It's like a bit weird. Yeah. Well, let's see. So, see if we can find a little ranged Yippee to be around. See if he won't like do any weird some crashing stuff. This is so sick and twisted. Yeah, this is a lot of dangerous Yippee enemies on the loose. Yeah, we gotta be careful with dealing with these little dudes. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we can hit such wonderful creatures. But trust me, the cute exterior belies a most sinister interior. Don't trust the enemy Yippees. Yeah, there's more than meets the eye. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if I can get these little dudes to shoot some things at us. I feel like the code I added for it was like blowing some stuff up. Let me see. Yeah. Here's the code I had for this. Yeah, so this was crashing our app. So we gotta figure out where that might be caused. Maybe if I put like repeat false, that'll be good. Cause this will make it like not shoot every second. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Also, what is this range shot interval I had anyway? I feel like maybe if that was like 0, then it would have like fired like 1 billion arrows at us, like at the beginning, which probably caused some bad stuff to happen. Yeah, let's see. Did I put that here somewhere? Range shot interval. Okay, I had it set to 1. That should be okay. I'm gonna run this again on simulator with the making it not repeat. See if we can get some good stuff going on. Let's see. So we can find a ranged enemy to shoot some things at us. Let's see. Mr. Yippee with the bats, that's okay. We just run past those. And then let's see, can we find a little Yippee with a slingshot or something? See if we can shoot a rock at us or something. Oh, there's a little Yippee with an arrow. He tried shooting at us, but I guess Mr. Gray Yippee blocked for us. Yeah, so I guess that's working. I don't know, once I set it to like fire every second, that's when we were getting the problems. Yeah. Let's see, I'm interested. I haven't seen the laser actually in action yet. Yeah, some of the enemies later on shoot the lasers. Yeah, okay, so they've got like an arrow here. That's okay. Yeah, so this guy should be shooting rocks, but I think it probably shot inside this dirt, which is probably why we don't see it. Yeah, let's see if we can find like one of these. Like there's some different color enemies that spawn like way later on. Like there's red ones, and there's like a 90% chance they have like a ray gun. So we'll see if they shoot some stuff at us. This guy's got a bat. Oh yeah, this is a laser beam. Okay, that's not exactly working as I intended. It looks like the laser just went through the ground. Yeah, that's like a good way to drill a hole to China. You shoot your laser beam through the ground. Yeah, it's like what they say when you have like a lightsaber. If I put my lightsaber in the ground, will it go all the way to the other side of the earth? Who knows? Don't drop your lightsabers. Yeah, it looks like we got some things to fix. Yeah. So, oh yeah, here's the rock. So there's a Yippee in the dirt there with the slingshot, and the slingshots shoot these rocks. Yeah, so we gotta do some fixing of the bugs, but looks like we've got some projectiles shooting out. Yeah, but they're kind of like, sometimes going through the ground or like bouncing off of things. And we gotta fix those things. Yeah, look at this laser beam. It's like super. I don't know, is that like frozen in the air? I think so. Yeah. Okay, because it should be like ideally like shooting at like a certain velocity at us. But we've got like it's like Dio from like what's it, JoJo? He's like stopped the time and he's frozen the Yippee and his laser beam in place. Oh, whoa, that's weird. Okay. I guess once I hit him, it like made the time go again. Okay. Most interesting indeed. Okay. I wonder what that's about. I have an idea actually. It might be Maybe because it's like deleting the projectile and then like re-adding it, but it doesn't add it back with the velocity. Maybe something like that. I don't know. There's interesting theories going on here. Maybe a mega hacksaw froze my game. Who knows? Oh yeah, look at this. This rock is going like slow-mo. Yeah. Okay. So we gotta fix some things. So first thing I want to do is like not have it shoot just like one projectile at us. I want to have it shoot like kind of multiple like projectiles at us a second. We're running into a bug with that though, where like it was causing our game to kind of freeze. So yeah. Oh dude, this Pokemon theme, I think it's like, what is this? It's like End's theme, I think. Let me see. I just insta got nostalgia from this. Yeah, it's End's theme. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So what are we looking at? What bugs are we seeing? So we set this repeat to false so that it just like shoots one projectile at us. But then we set this to true. It should fire like one per second. But with that, we were seeing some weird bugs where it was like causing our thing to crash. Yeah, maybe if I increase the duration, it'll be fine. Let's see. So I think I put this here. So this like every second it fires at us. So if I did like every like 3 seconds, maybe it won't be so bad. But let's see. So yeah, at least I want it to at least repeat. Yeah. I feel like once we're gonna find a ranged enemy, he's gonna shoot some crashing projectiles at us. The projectiles that crash our app. That's no good. Yeah, here's a little bow Yippee. Yeah, he's shooting the arrows. All right. Also, I need to fix this this bat. You see, there's like a little, the hitbox for the bat is like not exactly where the bat is. It's like a phantom bat. It's kind of weird. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Yeah, let's see. So see if we can find a ranged enemy Yippee to shoot some things at us. So yeah, this dude. Okay, he's shooting the rock. Albeit it's going pretty slow-mo. I think because it's probably like hitting the rock on the side here, the dirt. Oh, you know, he's making an Onyx. Like from Pokemon. He's making an Onyx. Whoa. So that's how Onyxes are born, by Yippees shooting rocks with slingshots. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. What if I give him like a steel chunk? Will he make a Steelix? Maybe. Yeah, let's see if I get some laser beams. Let's see if it's kind of similar where it's like kind of slow. I feel like that was just because it hit the dirt. It like slowed it down. Yeah, ideally once they hit the dirt, it like should delete. But I don't have it implemented yet. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so now, okay. Yeah, I think because he's like spawning in the side here. It's like he's shooting at the dirt, which like instantly stops the velocity of the laser beam. Yeah. So we gotta fix that. Maybe, I wonder if I should fix like their spawning first. Because they've been spawning inside structures for a while now. I kind of want to fix that before tackling this ranged thing bug. Because I feel like that might be fixed by that. Yeah, so let's try and get these guys not to spawn inside structures. Get them to spawn like up here. Or like down here. Yeah, I'll see if I can do that. It'll be kind of weird with the code that we have, which is kind of why I've had this bug for a while, but I have an idea to maybe fix it. So I'm thinking on like at the same time we spawn these structures, we also spawn the enemy. Right now we're doing it kind of separate, where we like spawn the structure and spawn the enemy separately, which is causing them to like sometimes be inside the structures. But I feel like if we spawn the enemy like at the same time as the structure, then like there's no risk of it like being inside. Yeah, I think so. Like also, I don't want them to only spawn on structures. I want them to also be able to spawn like here, like on the flat ground. We just have to make sure there's no structure here when they spawn. Yeah, well, let's tackle that. I think that'll be good. Oh, I also wasn't showing. Yeah, this one I'm looking at. Yeah, there was a dude shooting laser beams at the stone here. Yeah, we don't want him to shoot any laser beams at us. Yeah, we want it to like spawn kind of like up on top of here instead of down here. Yeah, that's kind of what we want to do. Yeah, so let's tackle these bugs and get them fixed so we don't get any Yippies stuck in the dirt. We gotta pull our Yippies out of the dirt by the legs and get them right nice and tidy up on top of the ground. Yeah. Oh, we'll do that. Cool. So let's tackle this. So, yeah, let's go where we're spawning our enemies right now and control where we're spawning them. So this is kind of what we're doing right now. We're having like an enemy Y position determined, and this is just like spawning at the same Y all the time. Yeah. So kind of what I'm thinking is at the same time we spawn these structures, we can spawn, like have a chance to spawn some enemies on top of them. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. So, but then I also want to spawn enemies on the ground, as long as they're not inside a structure. Yeah. So, how to go about this? So the structures spawn every... What is this, like every time we traverse like 75% of the width of the screen, then we spawn a structure. That's kind of how we're doing it right now. Yeah. So maybe we spawn an enemy like every... I don't know. Maybe like a little bit after that. Yeah, I think we're doing it like every frame width currently. Yeah, I'm thinking Yeah. Okay. So I don't want them to spawn like inside any structures. That's the main thing. I could either fix that like with this. I was kind of trying to do that already with this code. But yeah, I feel like there's probably a better way around this, I think. This was basically keeping track of like whatever structures spawn, and then using that to determine like where to spawn the enemy. That kind of gets into a bit of a complicated area, I'll admit. Yeah. I am tempted to just spawn the enemies with the structures. That way it kind of avoids a lot of that determination. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, actually, I have an idea. So crazy it just might work. So I'll do this code, but instead of determining the Y position to spawn the enemy, it'll determine whether I spawn an enemy at all. It's like I don't want to spawn an enemy where a structure is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So if like a structure spawns, then don't spawn an enemy because it'll like be inside it. Yeah, That's what I'm thinking. Yep. So, yeah, here's what I'll do. I'll maybe set like a variable, like var should spawn enemy. I'll set it to false, or I guess true, and then set it to false if there's a structure that spawns. Yeah. Yep. I'll just do this change and see what happens. I'll just see what happens for this. So if should spawn enemy, then spawn the enemy. Otherwise, don't. Yeah, and now we'll see. We'll see if we get any enemies, any Yippees stuck inside any bridges or stuff. Hopefully not, but we'll take a look. So, ideally it shouldn't spawn them inside the structure, but it can spawn them like on the ground, like outside the structure. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh no, we have one still inside the structure a little bit. Okay. Let's see. So here we've got structure exposition, which spawns like here. And then we've got the width in squares. Yes. Okay. So maybe it's a bit off for this pyramid stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, let's see. So if we don't want a little Yippee to spawn inside the dirt, let's see what to do then. So I'm determining like the width of a structure that can spawn. So we've got little different structures that can spawn. We've got like pyramids made out of dirt. Like we've got bridges made out of dirt, and we've got bridges with like actual like wooden walkways. And we don't want the enemy to spawn like in any of them. So what we're doing right now is like we're trying to determine like how wide those are and where they spawn, and basically have like a range from like the start of where they spawn to the stop of where they spawn. Like don't put any enemies there. Yeah, but it looks like our math might be a little off. Let's see. So yeah, right now we're checking like the previous structure and the next structure that spawned. Oh, I think I know, I remember something. I think this code wasn't exactly working because it wasn't checking the right structure. What if I just loop through all the structures, like for structure in structures, and do the same code? The problem is that it lags because it's looping through a lot, but at least it won't spawn inside a structure, and we can probably optimize it after that. Yeah, so we'll say this. We'll say structure exposition. Yeah, we'll call this structure X range. So yeah, if we have like an enemy that's supposed to spawn and it happens to spawn where a structure is, we just don't spawn it. Yeah. I think that'll work out. Yeah. So let's see. We've got let structure X range go from X position to yeah, this other X position, which is like, yeah, width in squares plus a square. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yes. So we shall take a look and see. Do we have any enemy Yippees spawning inside any structures? We shall see. So let's find some Yippees to spawn. Let's see if we got any Yippees inside any structures. So far, no enemy Yippees. I think maybe they were all spawning inside the structures. That would be most unfortunate. Okay, it looks like they're all spawning inside structures, which is making them like not spawn. Okay. Let's see if we can get like one to spawn. Oh, maybe not. I have a feeling why. I think I need to spawn it before the structure spawns. Yeah, so like, where would that be? I suppose what I could do, here's something I wasn't doing before. I could like, so yeah, I can update where the enemies can spawn. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Make it more frequent. So like, have them spawn at maybe like frame width divided by 2 times this counter. This way they should spawn more frequently. But hopefully not inside any structures. Let's take a gander. Let's take a little bit of a gander and see. So if we get any enemy Yippees to spawn. Let's see. Oh, I think this might have lagged our app a little bit. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we need to do another old restarting of the Xcode. Yeah, this is lagging our whole program here. So I'm gonna do a little restart of the Xcode. Yeah, unfortunate bug, but we persevere. We persevere. Probably just best to run it on the simulator then, just in case. Yeah, plus the simulator is more fast too. Yeah. So it looks like having this at frame width divided by 2 was a bit too often. Yeah, so I think what we'll do... let's see. Let's see. So... or was it 2? I'll do this. I'll say times 1.5 here. See if this is better. Or 1.25. And we'll run it on the simulator. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that'll be good. Yeah. So, if I go to my handy dandy iPhone 14 Plus simulator, and we check it out. We do a little bit of checking out of the things in the simulator. And let's see if the things work. Let's see. So, let's see if we get any enemies to spawn. Any devious little enemy Yippees to come grace our presence. Oh, yeah, we've got one. It kind of spawned in our face, though. That was a bit sudden. Oh yeah, they're all like spawning on top of us. Yeah, okay. I wonder why they're spawning like on top of us. Oh yeah, there's some like spawning back here too. Okay. And they're shooting their rocks, which are kind of going into the ground. They're making their onyxes again. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So, let's see. Maybe that's not an ideal place to spawn them. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some enemy Yippees to spawn, like kind of before we see them. That would be ideal. Because if they spawn and we see them spawn in, it kind of ruins the illusion. Yeah. Yeah. At least we saw some spawn though. That's good. That is good. Yeah, let's see. So I don't think we want to spawn them like at the interval we're doing at. So we gotta adjust this interval. Here's what we had before, but then we weren't seeing any enemies spawn. So I wonder if there's a way I can like spawn in between structures. Perhaps. Oh, I have an idea. So instead of spawning the enemies separately out here, I have an idea. I'll spawn them inside here with the spawn structure counter. Yes, I think this will work. I think this will be probably better for us. Because then we've got one less loop. I think this will work swimmingly. I think this will be quite swell indeed. So, also, what is this theme? This Pokemon theme? Bro, I haven't listened to this compilation, but man, Gen 5 Pokemon gets me super nostalgic. What is this? It's like Getsis or something? No, it's Kyurem's theme. Interesting. The Ice Dragon. Yeah, Kyurem's cool. Literally. Yeah, so let's spawn these enemies here. So and we'll pick a good location for them to spawn. So I would say probably, let's see, so enemy number of enemies to spawn. We've got their position. And we want this position to be basically like after where the structure spawns. Or if it's within the structure, we want it to be on top of the structure, so it doesn't spawn inside. But we'll focus this one first on spawning them after where the structure is. Yeah, that should be good to start with. And then we can see if we can spawn things like on top of structures. Like the enemies on top of our bridges and things. Yeah. So we'll say, can we spawn like 1 to 3 enemies after where a structure is located? Yeah, so we'll have to determine that based off of like, I guess the structure and width variable. Like structure within squares. What do you do when you, or what do you make when no games? Yeah, that's a good question, Dolphin Verb. Cause yeah, I like making apps, but I find myself like most of the apps I make are like mobile games. So yeah, mostly I would say like maybe even like 90% of the apps I make are mobile games. But there are some apps that I've made which aren't games. So like I made a to-do list on my phone, like a to-do list app. Because like normally I write like everything I need to do on sticky notes, and I put them all over my desk, and it gets really messy. So I made this like to-do list for myself, and I have it so like I can schedule things at a certain time. That's kind of like a non-game app that I've made. Yeah, what else have I made? I guess some like the meme apps. Like I made like the first app that I made on stream was like a I'm about to come to-do list app. And technically that wasn't a game. Yeah, so mostly like if it's not mobile games I'm making, it's like really basic stuff. Like to-do list apps and stuff. Yeah, I actually was working on a side project though, like late last year. It was like gonna be like a really big like social video chatting app. I put it on like hold, I guess. Yeah, I'm working on the Yippee app now, but I have some other projects in the works in the background. Yeah. But mostly mobile games. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Games are fun to make. Yeah, I like the creative part of it. Yeah. I don't know, like other like non-game apps to me, they're cool to make, but there's not much like, I don't know. I feel like it's fun to make games more. Yeah, in my own opinion. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, let's see if we can get these enemies to spawn on top of the structures, or like not spawn inside things. Yeah, game dev can be pretty fun though, I would say. Yeah, but although I've noticed it takes longer to make a game, because you've got like you've got to make all the images and sounds and stuff, whereas like a kind of like a to-do list app, like one of those kind of apps, you don't have as much like images and sounds to think about. Yeah, but once you finish it, it feels a lot more rewarding, I think. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, let's see, what do we got going on here? We've got, yeah, we gotta make sure wherever we're spawning the enemy doesn't like fall inside a structure. So we've got frame width, spawn, enemy counter. Okay, so I want to update this actually. Yeah, I want to make it so that the enemy spawns kind of like after where the structure spawns. So yeah, where did I have that? Like frame width times structure position thing. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I hope that answered your question. I was in, yeah, like mobile games versus like non-mobile games. Yeah, I don't really build like too many things outside of mobile, though. I built like some really basic websites before, but I'm pretty bad at web dev. I haven't done a whole lot of it, but yeah. Let's see. So, yeah. So we wanna put this enemy in the right place. So, I've got like a little. This is like the width of a square, and then this is the width of a structure. So ideally, if we spawn the enemy, like X many squares, the width of the structure. Hopefully, it shouldn't spawn inside of it. Yeah, although we need to find like the X position of the structure. Yeah, so I'll say this, like let structure X position equal this. Yeah. So and we'll do this. Cool. And then we'll multiply this by enemy num. I think that'll +1. Yeah, there we go. I think this should be good. And then we'll just like spawn the enemy. Yeah. This should be good. Cool. I think this will be swell. Let's see, if I run this on my simulator, let's see if we don't get any enemies spawning inside any structures. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'd recommend like mobile dev. Like if you're looking to get into like software stuff, I don't know, I'm a little biased, so that's why I say like mobile dev. But honestly, I think it's like really fun, because at least like it's the type of stuff that you can build where if you have a phone, you can just like have like an app that you've made like in your pocket and you can pull it out whenever. It's like, oh my gosh, I made this app and it's like on my phone all the time. It's like super fun. Whereas like some other things, like websites, you kind of gotta like pull it up, or like if you build like a desktop game, like you gotta have a computer in front of you to look at what you've made. Whereas apps are pretty like quick to get out of your pocket and show. It's like, it's fun. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, mobile's pretty fun, I would say. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what this is going on here. Let's see. So it doesn't know what this structure is. Oh, yeah, I can just do this, I think. Yeah. Yep. That should be good. Yeah, I'll see if it'll be able to type check this in a reasonable amount of time. Sometimes the math expressions are too big and it needs to be broken up. Let's see. If I run this, let's take a gander. Let's take a little bit of a gander and see. So, oh yeah, it's still not able to type check it in time. So we gotta break up this little math expression. Yeah, it's like sometimes there's so many like math calculations on one line that it needs to like be put into separate variables so it like the compiler can read it fast enough. It's doing too much math in too short of a time period. Yeah, so we gotta, let's see what should we do then? Structure width in squares. We'll do this maybe. Let's see, so this, okay. We will probably break this out into a separate variable. I think we'll call this like let structure x width equal this. So we'll say the x position plus structure x width. Yeah, we'll see if this works. Let's take a gander. Let's take a little bit of a gander. Oh, is it still not able to type check it? Let's see, what error is it giving us? Yeah, still, okay. We gotta break up this expression even more. Let's see, I'll call this another variable then. I'll say this is var, like extra x width, or extra x position to add. Yeah. And now we'll see. We'll see if this is good enough. Oh, maybe that's why it wasn't allowing us to do this. Because we had this as like a, okay. Yeah, maybe I can try this. Or this, maybe? Let's see. Let's take a look. I think I just need like a 1.0 or something. We gotta convert this to a float. Yes. Okay. I think that should be good. Let's see. Yeah. So, let's see if we get any enemies spawning inside structures. Hopefully they're spawning like right after a structure. Kind of like here somewhere. I don't see any there. Let's take a look. Let's see. Ideally we should have some enemies spawning here. I see, so it looks like we need to reconsider our strategy a little bit. So, we've got this enemy X position. Yeah, let's see, where is this spawning it then? We can I can print and see. Where are we spawning the enemy? So let's take a look. And also let's take a look at structure spawned at X. And we'll put this. There we go. Let's see. What are we running into? So yeah. Let's see, what do we get in our old... Yeah, we gotta bring up our prints. So, oh, actually we've got this. We've got structure spawned at X, this thing, enemy spawned at this value. Oh, okay, I think I know what's happening. I think it's spawning the enemy. There's no ground yet. So it's like falling off the map. I think that's what's happening. So I think we have to spawn it before the structure spawns. Yeah. Indeed, I think that could be what's happening. Yeah. We gotta be careful with that. Because if we spawn an enemy after a structure, there might not be any ground for it to land on. It might just be going straight through the void and into like... into the black abyss. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, so let's make sure we aren't getting things like that to happen. Yeah. So, let's see. Where do we want to spawn our enemies then? Probably like right up at the top here. And we won't take into account the structure width, so we'll take this out. And what else will we do? We will also, I guess not take into account the structure X position. I think it'll be like this X position minus some values. I think. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. So we won't have this. Or like we'll have this, but like minus some values. Yeah. So we'll say this, like minus frame dot width divided by 16 times what was this, like CG float of enemy num minus 3. Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be good. And then, yeah, I think we should be fine with this. Cool. Now let's see if we get any enemies to spawn kind of like before the structure spawns, as opposed to after, where we might not have any ground for them to spawn on. But we should have some before. So let's see. Oh, I've got some lag going on. Uh-oh. What could be causing this lag? Is it the type expression? Yeah, our game's like freezing up. Uh-oh. I'm gonna stop this. Yeah, our game was freezing up there a bit. So structure spawned at this X value. And then we have enemies spawning. Oh, they're spawning like after this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we don't want them to spawn after. Okay. Yeah, we want them to spawn like kind of like before where the structure is gonna spawn. Yeah. Yeah. So here's where the structure spawns, and then we're gonna like subtract some values. Yeah, I'm gonna subtract some values. So I think Unless this is negative, maybe that's what's causing it. I think it could be. So, yeah, I think it's negative. That's probably why. So I need like 3 minus enemy num, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now let's try this again. And see. We shall see. So, I'll run this again. And we'll take a look. So, we've got our pack of Yippees here. Oh my, how scary. We should get some more packs of Yippees kind of before the other structures too. Let's see. So, it seems they've only spawned on the first structure. Okay. Oh, why is that? Because it is saying they're spawning some more. Let's think. What could be going on here? So we've got some enemies spawning here, a structure spawning here. Bing boom, bing bong. Okay. Okay, I think these enemies are also falling through the ground. How do we want to deal with this then? I could do like, don't give the enemies any like gravity until we get near them. I suppose that could work. That way they don't like fall through the ground. Okay. An interesting strategy. Yes, indeed. That's what I think is happening. Let me see if I can confirm my theory. By just not giving them any gravity at all. So, wherever we're spawning our enemy, we're giving it gravity. What if I give it no gravity at all? Do we have any enemies that are falling through the ground? So, let's see. Here we go. Yes, so if I set this to false, I think we will see more enemies. Because they won't be falling through the ground. I think that's what's going on. So, yes. So we have our first pack of Yippees, albeit they're floating into outer space. And then we've got another one. Another one. Okay, yeah, now we're seeing them again. Albeit they're kind of... yeah, they've got no gravity, so they're going all the way to space. So, but we are seeing them. So they are like going through the ground. I think that's what's causing them to not show up. Yeah. So, how to handle this? Also, these guys are kind of like bumping into each other. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What to do in this case? Oh, this one's inside the structure though. Yeah, that should not happen. They should kind of all be spawning outside the structures. That one's a bit worrisome. Yeah. Because ideally they should at least be like in between the structures. Yeah. In all cases. Indeed. At least most of them are. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I think at the most part it's good. But, yeah, let's see. So, I don't know if I want to do that, like not have gravity until they're like nearby. Let me think. Maybe I can just spawn more ground. I can make sure there's always at least some ground present by the time an enemy spawns. I think that might be a better solution to this. Because we're spawning in the ground too late, I think. Yeah. We're spawning the enemy, like, before we even spawn the ground. Which is why they're, like, falling through it. Yeah, so we want to be a bit more cautious with how we spawn our enemies. Yes, even enemies deserve some love. They don't deserve to be going into the void. Yeah. All Yippees deserve some form of love, even if there are enemies. Yeah. So, yeah, this is our ground spawning code. So we want the ground to spawn a bit later. Yeah, okay. So, let's see, what are we doing here? So we're spawning 2 ground tiles to the right. Every time we reach some threshold. Yeah. Okay, so this is position x greater than half the width of the screen plus 1 square times a counter. Oh, okay, so this is like, okay. Oh, I see. So, perhaps, where are we spawning it? What's the x position we're spawning this at? New ground square x, which is like, okay, frame width minus 32 plus 1 square plus the counter. Okay. Okay. I feel like spawning more ground though. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Perhaps. Perhaps. Unless... Unless we should probably do this. I wonder if I should do this also inside this if statement. Yeah. Like when a structure spawns, spawn the ground. I don't know if that will work. Yeah. Let me think. Let's think. So... Nah, I think the ground should be separate from when the structures spawn. But... yeah, we should at least, like... yeah, we should at least... spawn more ground, I think. So we don't get any enemies falling through the ground. Although, I feel like there's a different way to go about this. I think instead of making the enemy have no gravity, I think we should not even give it any physics at all until we get near it. That might probably work better. That's what I'm thinking. Like, set the physics body of the enemy to nil until we're close to it. Yeah, I think that's probably better. I think so. Yeah. So let's... and also at the same time have them shoot ranged projectiles at us, if they can. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So... yeah. I think we need another thing. So... another if statement here. Like a loop through all the enemies. And if we're near one, give it the physics bodies. Give it physics. And let it start shooting at us. Yeah, that's what I think. And we won't give it physics in here then. I think that'll probably work better. Yeah, how about that? How about that? I think that may perhaps work. So, let's just move all this code out then. All of this big ginormous chunk. We'll take it out and put it in another function. Yeah, and we'll call this like private func give physics to enemy. And we'll pass in like an enemy Yippee, of course, and that'll be the enemy. Yeah, give physics to enemy and shoot ranged projectiles. Yes. Okay. Cool. I think that'll work. And then we'll call that in this for loop with the enemies here. Yes. I think so. I think this will work. Gosh, this is a bit spaghetti code, but I think it'll work though. Spaghetti as it may be. It's all... we only care about it working for the first time, and then we fix it later. Yeah. So let's say this. We'll say if we're like within at least a screen's width of the enemy, have it start shooting at us. Yeah, so we'll say player Yippee node. Maybe we'll have another variable like ranged attack range. Yeah. Well, actually, this will be like dynamic. This will be based on frame width, because ideally it'll differ based on like whether we're on iPad or iPhone. Yeah. So yeah, where do we have that? That was like down here. In here, there was a for loop somewhere. Yes, we had it here. Yes, here we go. So we'll say this like frame dot width. All right, and then we'll run this. Yeah, so let's see if this works. So now we're not giving any physics to our enemy until we get close to them. So hopefully they don't like fall to the ground. Hopefully they don't fall to the ground. That'd be very unpog. That would be very unpog champ. If they fell to the ground. Okay, I've got a little pack of gray enemy Yippies here. Gotta be a little careful with these guys. And then let's see, should we have some more enemies here? Oh, we've got some ranged enemies. Okay, they're shooting some rocks which are crashing the app. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe because it's of collisions. Maybe that's why. Ah, that could be why. Maybe the collisions are messing it up for the projectiles. Yeah, let's see, maybe if I can, where'd I put that code? I think it might be the collisions that's causing that. I think it's trying to do like 1 billion collisions or something. And it's causing some bad things to happen. Let's see, where did I create this code? Here. Yeah, so instead of giving it any bit masks, we'll hold off on this. Yeah, we'll hold off on the bit masks. I feel like there's some no-no things happening. Ah, yeah, because this is enemy category, that's why this is happening. Then maybe Actually, I don't even want any collision bit mask. I don't want it to like push us back. Or do I? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, maybe a little knockback when we get hit by like an arrow or a laser or something. A little bit. A wee knockback. But I think that'll fix that. So let's see. So... oh. Oh my gosh, they just fired a bazooka worth of rocks. Holy moly, dude. Okay, no wonder it's going crazy. Oh, I know why now. I know why. It's because it's in the update function. I wasn't considering that. Okay. Ah, now I understand. Okay. Yeah, I understand now. So the reason it fired a bazooka of rocks at us is because we're spawning a rock every frame. Ideally, I want to do it every second, but it's doing it every frame. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't want that. That would... Yeah, if we spawn like a rock every frame, like it's gonna freeze our app. That's not very PogChamp. So here's what we'll do. We'll say like var did fire projectile. And we'll kind of toggle this as our projectiles are fired. Yeah. So, okay. Let's say here then. So here's what we'll fire the projectile. So like enemy dot did fire projectile is true. And then in our update, we'll check for that. Yeah. And then I guess, let's see. So, okay, I'll put this outside here. So this fires every second. How about I toggle my variable then? So every second it calls this function. So then, I suppose every second I can set it to false then? Like enemy fire projectile false. Yeah. And then, okay. So this will get set to true at the beginning. Fires a projectile gets set to false. This gets called again, or this gets called again. Sets this to true, sets it to false. Okay, well this is... this is the most intriguing thing then. I need an if statement in here. So like if did... yeah. Okay, here's what I'll say. I need two variables actually. Like one for setting the physics and one for not setting the physics. Let's put another variable in here. Did set physics. Yeah. And we'll do this. If not did set physics, or not enemy did set physics, we'll set the physics. And then we'll call this to true, so this doesn't get called again. Yeah. That'll work. Yeah. And then here we'll have like if not did like enemy did fire projectile, then do this. Yes. All right. And well, actually, we'll put that inside the ranged. Like if not enemy did fire projectile. We'll do the thing. Alright, the thing will be done. Then we shall fire it. So set this to true. So this never gets called again though. Unless we do this. We set it to false here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this works. See if this works. See if we get any bazookas worth of rocks thrown our way. Hopefully not. We don't want to get pelted by rocks. That wouldn't be very pog. Okay, so now... Aha! He's shooting a rock at us. Okay, this is working. Oh, look at that! We've got little Yippee throwing rocks at us. Oh, what a bully. But... yeah, we'll persevere. As we do. Cool. Although, okay. One concern I have. The enemies aren't spawning again, which means they're getting gravity before there's ground. Unfortunate. I think then we should decrease our range of calling this. Yes, that's what I think. So we want to at least be on screen to see them first. So let's see. Our for loop, which is... where was our for loop? Inside update. Up here, I think. Yes, okay, so we don't want this to be frame width. Probably like frame width divided by 4 times 3. That's what I'm thinking. So if player position node comes within this range, then do the thing where we give the physics to the Yippee enemy. Yes, that's what I think. And I think this will resolve the bug. We will fix the bug. At least we got him firing stuff at us now. Like, oof. Ooh, these guys in their rocks. Ouchie. And then, oh, but there's no enemies here. Ah, there's an enemy down here. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're too late. I think I need to decrease this even more then. Like, only give them physics when we're really close to them. Yeah, like, probably like within like a half a width away. Yeah, probably. I think so. So if the enemy's position is greater than... oh, wait, what the heck? Is that right? So if enemy position is greater than our X position minus a certain value. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If enemy Yippee node X position is greater than player X position... wait, so if we're coming at the enemy from the left, would that make sense? So if their position is greater than our... okay, I think that would make sense if we're coming from the left. But from the right, if any position is less than our position plus frame width divided by 2. Okay, I'm gonna try this and see. We'll try it and see. It doesn't hurt to try. Let's see. Let us take a gander. So that works. Aha, okay. Although he stopped his velocity. Okay. I've got a pack of enemy Yippees. Aha. But they're always spawning like right before structure. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know if I kind of like that. Oh, we've got a laser beam sticking out of us. Oof. See if we can shake it off. Yeah, you get stuck on the other Yippee. Okay. Oh, we're invincible Yippee. They're trying to shoot arrows at us, but they can't. Also, I think we can probably up this timer now. From 3 seconds to 1 second. I think it makes more sense to have it shoot like every second instead. That makes it a bit more interesting, I think. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to implement would be like if you swing your sword, you can get rid of the ranged things. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like the enemies might shoot some like rocks at me, but if I swung at them, or like I shot them with my own weapon, it should get rid of them. Yeah. Oh, also that lagged it a bunch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe I should implement like removing the thing when it hits us, so we don't get any lag. Yeah. Yeah. So also I don't know if I want it to like knock us back. If we get hit by a rock, should it knock us back? I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the player being knocked back. That seems a bit intrusive on the player's ability to move. I don't know. Some games they do that, but I think I'm good. I'm good on that. So let me go to where we have the masks being applied, and I'm gonna set them to 0 so we don't get like we don't get knocked back. Or, like we don't knock the thing back. Yeah, so this collision bit mask will set to 0 for all of these. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think that should be good. That should be a-okay in my book. Then, what shall we do next? How about... we could perhaps, yeah, I'm thinking on doing the collision handling for these projectiles. And like damaging the player if we get hit. Yes. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Indeed. Although how will we know which projectile hits us? I guess it doesn't matter, really. Yeah, it doesn't, because we have the different bit masks for the different projectiles. Okay. Yeah, we added that. So it actually doesn't matter like which enemy's shooting it at us, as long as we know what is hitting us. Yeah. Yeah, because we had this kind of code here for the different types of melee weapons, regardless of whatever enemy was swinging them. So we'll have something similar for the projectiles, indeed. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll just have some if statements, some more if statements like this in here. Alright. So this will be enemy, I guess we can do the rock first. Yes. I get ranged with power 0. Yeah, it's not even that big of an update. Cool. We'll just, I guess... Oh, now I know why. Yes, so as soon as it hits us, we want it to delete. That's why we need to know what hits us. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I guess we can do this. We can say like node A dot remove from parent or something. That should be fine. Yeah, actually that should be alright. Yeah. Because we get the node reference from the node A and node B objects. Yeah. So... yeah, that should be alright. Alright, so we should do this. We should say like... I guess guard let... or... I don't know, how do we want to know which thing is hitting us? Oh right, we can do this, like if let enemy node equal the thing as sk sprite node. Yes, okay. Yeah, that should be good. We'll have this code here. And then we'll say this, we'll call this a projectile node. Indeed. We'll say, is this a rock? Is a rock coming at us? So if a rock hits us, then we want to remove the rock from the screen. Because it hits us and then it goes away. Yeah, so that's what we want to do. Same for like the other types of things that are going to hit us. Like the whatchamacallit, this is the arrow. And this one will be the laser beam. Cool. I think that'll work. Let's check it out. Let's check it out in the simulator. Let's see. So, if I run the handy dandy simulator, maybe I should make this a bit bigger. Yeah. Let's see. So if we get hit by a projectile... Aha! Now we're getting hit. Oof. Oh wait, but he's shooting like 20 at us. Oh, that's no good. That's no bueno. I don't want him to shoot like 20 rocks at us every second. Okay. Why is that happening? So every second it's calling this like a buttload of times. Okay. I have an idea then. I need to move this code into the update function. That's what I'm thinking. Or like at least this if statement. Yeah, if not enemy did fire projectile, I'll move that into the update function. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. Probably. Yeah, let's try this. So... where am I calling that? Here. So I'll put another condition here. And... not enemy did fire projectile. Let's see. Let's see if this works. So... Now we've got this running. Alright. And are we gonna get hit by like a billion rocks? Oh, actually, well, they're all holding sticks, so let's see the next pack of Yippees. Oof, oof. Ah, there's like a bunch more rocks in there. I see. Yeah, and it's lagging. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, we gotta fix that. We don't want them to shoot like so many rocks at us. Yeah, why could this be happening? Oh, I have an idea actually. We'll say this enemy did file projectile equals full, so put that actually like right here. Yeah. That way it's like guaranteed to only like call once. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see. So, let's take a gander. So, oh, what is this song? This is Sekka City from Black and White. What is this Sekka City? Oh, Isira City. Oh, that's like the ice place, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, it's the ice city. Nice. Cool. Sekka City, that's a Japanese name, I guess. Which reminds me, I've been trying to pick up some Japanese lately. But yeah, we learning. We learning. It's slow, but we're getting there. Trying to go through the full weeb arc. Yeah, we'll see how we do. We've got our dailies to do for that. And things are working out fine. Yep. それでいいです as the kids may say. Let's see. What are we trying to do? Trying to control this variable being set to prevent like a buttload of rocks being thrown at us. This did fire projectile. So we're setting it true in here. We're setting it to false here. So we'll set it to... Wait, how are we handling this actually? So we check if we did not fire the projectile. Should we set to true? Then we need to set it back to false again, which should be like here, I guess. Yeah, let's see if this works. I don't know, but I'm a bit doubtful. I think trying to update variables with timers is a bit oof. Let's see. Let's just see how many rocks are getting thrown our way. Oh, 1 rock, 2 rock, 3 rock, 4 rock. I see a problem. It's like adding a rock each time. At least that's predictable. So why would it be adding a rock each time? Oh, I just realized. Okay. I'm not invalidating the timer. It's recreating the timer each time. That's why. I see. So I need to invalidate the timer after each time I create it. Because it's still using the previous timer, but it's creating a new timer each time. Wow, that's a lot of times I said time. Oh my gosh. What a time to be alive. Goodness gracious. I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. Or what kind of poetry repeats words? I don't know. I was never good at English class. Despite it being my native language, it was a very difficult class for me. Let's see, so I need to do this. I need to say enemy dot range dot timer dot invalidate. There we go. Indeed. Yeah. Otherwise we'll get the bad things to happen. So I was never good at that like English class. I think that's probably why I went into like comp sci and stuff. Programming. It's much less abstract to me. Oh, this guy's not even shooting at us now. Aw, man. Come on, Yippee, you're too shy. Come throw some rocks at me. He wasn't feeling up to it. Yeah, let's see. So why is he not even shooting at us? Oh, probably because this never gets set back to false. Maybe I should call this out here then. Yeah, perhaps. Let's see. Unless, is there like a... Can I clean this timer up? Oh, what I could do is set this to false, like repeats false. I think so. I think that's the same as like invalidating this timer. Kinda. That way it just shoots once every time, but it recreates it. I guess we can have both. We can have like repeats false and invalidate. Well, actually, I think what's happening is it's invalidating it like immediately after we create it. So it's not even firing, I think. In which case, do we even need a timer at all? Well, we do, right? Because we want it to fire every second. So in that case, we don't want to invalidate it. We want to use the same timer over and over. Yeah, okay. Which means we only want to call this once, really. So if that's the case, then I suppose maybe we should have like a variable called like did create timer. In fact, we don't even need a variable to do that. We can just check if the timer is nil or not. Or yeah, I suppose we can have a variable like did create or did start firing projectiles, I suppose. Yes. Yeah, but then I suppose, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll have a variable for this. Because like the thing is I want it to call this when we get close to the enemy. But then when we get away from them, we invalidate the timer. And then when we get close back again, we start this up again. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, we'll have a variable for this. But yeah, we should only call this once. Yeah, or only call it once while we're within a certain range of the enemy. Yeah, so here's what we'll do. And actually, I think that we don't even need this physics variable because we want to do all this at the same time with the same variable. So we'll say like maybe a variable, a combined variable for this. So like, did start firing and set physics. Firing projectiles. It's a long variable name, but it gets the point across. Better to be verbose than lack of information, as I always say. Well, I don't always say that, but I think it's better to have too many details than to leave some important ones out. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah. And then we won't invalidate this here. And we set it repeat to true. And then now, down here, we'll say this. Cool. Now this should work. Also, this end theme, I think this ends like the sad theme. What is this? This is unwavering emotions. Yeah, what a classic, man. What a classic. Okay. Oh, we got hit. Ah, yeah, now we're only getting hit by one rock. That's good. Yes. Have at me, enemy. Cool. That's good. The thing is, though, he's gonna keep shooting, even if he's off screen. That's what I don't want. Aha! And we've got some more enemies spawning here. It's a little pack of enemy Yippees. Cool. Ah, this is good. This is good. We're fixing the things. Oh wow. I'm feeling better about this now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a bit discouraged by all the bugs. But this makes me, this puts me in good spirits. Yeah, we'll get you, Mr. Yippee. Oh, you see that? It's a ghost Yippee. He's shooting rocks at us from what, the afterlife? Oh my goodness. The Yippee is shooting rocks at us from the afterlife. My goodness, man. Okay, yeah, we'll have to fix that. I suppose we'll invalidate its timer once we... it should actually be pretty easy to fix. Let me do that right now before I forget. Because that's a really easy fix. I'll just invalidate its timer once it's removed from parent. So, where do we have damage enemy? Somewhere. Yeah, wherever... Yeah, here we are. Remove from parent. Enemy, Yippee node, remove from parent. This is like when... So when it removes... When it gets health points is 0 or lower, all this code is happening. So we'll also say here, at the same time, enemy dot... range shot timer dot invalidate. So this should make it no longer shoot rocks at us. So we don't have any ghost Yippees shooting rocks at us from beyond the grave. Oof. Oh my goodness. Holy moly, man. Is that too hard? That might be too hard. Like, these are the weakest enemies. And they've got like a freaking AK worth of rocks being shot at us. Also, I wanna be able to hit multiple enemies at once. I do want to do that. Yeah. This is good. This is pretty good, actually. Look at that, we've got all these different projectiles being shot at us. This is a perfect demonstration. All the different projectiles. Oh, but I don't like the flashing of the enemy. Yeah, that's a bit odd. It's flashing because they've got the same Z position. So it's trying to like figure out which Z to use. Okay. Well, let me fix that. I can just give them all the enemies that spawn like separate Z positions. Yeah. That should be alright. So where am I calling this? Like spawn enemy. Yeah, I guess I can just pass a Z position. Like enemy Z position. And we'll just like yeah, we'll take whatever Z we're doing right now, which is 1. Oh wow, that's really low. Yeah, well, we'll just set this to like 1, 2, and 3, like for each of those enemies. So, yeah, we can set this like enemy num +1. That way they're all on different Z's. So we don't get any like Z fighting. Oh, this should also be we should probably pass this in that code we just changed. Yeah, it's like here, enemy.z position, or enemy.yippeenode.z position equals Z. Wait, where is this spawn enemy getting called? Spawn enemy at a certain position. I see, okay. Look, we'll say just Z position. Okay. Spawn enemy. Yeah, Z position. There we go. I don't know if this is supposed to be a float or not. Yeah, it is a float, okay. That should be alright. Yeah. That's good, I think. Crossing fingers. Oh, this should siege a float. We should cast this. I wonder why Z position could be a float. I've never set a Z position to like something that isn't a whole number. Yeah. Oh wait, what the heck? Is this being used? This value here, extra X position to add. Oh, it's not. Okay. Let's run this again. Let's run this on our handy dandy simulator. So, got a little pack of crazy Yippees with their sticks. Oh no. And then, oh yeah, a little dude with his rock. So if we defeat him, then he shouldn't shoot anymore. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, before he was shooting beyond the grave. Yeah, we didn't want that. Oh yeah, and they're also not like overlapping or like flashing in and out anymore, because they've got different Z values. So this is good. This is very good. Cool. Alright, things are looking up. I think things are looking quite up. Indeed. Things are looking swell. Cool. I think so. I think the next thing I want to work on is like, if I'm too far away from an enemy, I don't want them to shoot anymore. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. Once I get too far away from an enemy, then I'll invalidate the shooting timer and set it back to false. Yeah. I think so. I think that'll be alright. Yeah. So, yeah, what to do then? Let's see. So here, let's do some thinking emoticon. So yeah. Wait, let me think of all the bugs I was having. Oh yeah, the main bug was a performance bug. That was what I was kind of worried about. This is good though. This is good. Yeah, this is good. Cool. Yeah, so we'll make it so once we get too far away from an enemy, then they'll no longer shoot any projectiles at us. So once an enemy Yippee is kind of like out of range, then they won't be able to shoot any things anymore. Yeah, because right now they're still like shooting off screen, which is like, I don't know, that could lag our game. Yeah, look at that. It's like shooting from like 20 miles away. Yeah, I don't want them to shoot when we can't see them. That's a bit, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we won't do that. Yeah. Also, I find it weird. I think it's like, oh yeah, I need it so that once these hit like a dirt block, they should get deleted. Because right now they're going through the structure. Yeah, so that once they hit like a dirt, they should delete. Yeah. Yep. That's what we need to do. So let's do that. Actually, yeah, I'll do that first. Maybe I'll do both, actually. Yeah, let me do both at the same time. So let's first order of business. Once one of these projectiles hits a dirt block, it should be deleted. So, where am I handling collisions with a tile? Here, right? Or here? If let projectile equal thingy. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is where I'm handling this. So, Okay, ground category, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make another if then. Like, we'll do this. We'll do this again. Like, I guess, like, if let... Well, yeah, I'll do that. So this will be if node A equal... Well... okay, yeah, we'll say this. If... let ground node, or like a ground tile equal node A, node B, first, like this kind of syntax again. Where $0 physics body category bit mask equals collider types dot ground category as SK sprite node. And then so if something collides with the ground and it just so happens to be a whatchamacallit? A projectile, then we shall remove the projectile. So if let I wonder if I can do like an or in here. Probably. So here's what I'll do. If let enemy projectile equal, I will have this code again. Yeah, we'll have this code. And then we'll have these like OR statements for this. I think so. Yeah. This will be enemy rock, enemy arrow, enemy laser beam, enemy projectile removed from parent. Cool. I think that should work. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, I won't do all the changes at once. I'll test like in little chunks. That's a better way to code in general. So if one of these rocks like hits one of these, yeah, let's test it with this Yippee. He's gonna throw some rocks. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess. Oh, I know why this is happening, because I don't have a contact test bit mask on the ground category. That's why. Okay. Yes, so wherever we're spawning these projectiles, I think it's spawn enemy function. Here. I need to do an OR here. Collider types. Oh, no, not there. But here. Collider type dot ground. Yeah, like there. That should be good. Cool. Now this should work. Second time's a charm. We'll see. Let's not jinx ourselves. But I think this will work. So if they shoot some rocks at us and they hit a wall, it shouldn't go through the wall. Yeah, there we go. Cool. That's good. Now ideally, they shouldn't be able to even shoot when we don't see them. So that's the next thing I wanted to do. Like, have them stop shooting if we're far enough away from them. Yeah, actually, how would I even, like... I feel like this is too hard of a game if I have them shoot this often. Because imagine there's like 3 of them shooting at us every second. Like, we're already dead. And this is like the weakest weapon. Yeah. Also, I love this Pokemon song. Bro, I keep pausing to listen to find out the names of the Pokemon songs. That's because I like them so much. Apparently this one's called Sayonara. Okay. I feel like I remember it called by a different name. I haven't heard that name before, but I've heard this song a lot. Yeah, I think that's probably like the Japanese name. Yeah. Yep. So then, what shall we do? What shall we do? Oh yeah, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. I think what we wanted to do was to make the enemies stop shooting at us once we get too far away from them. Yeah, so let's implement that. Basically the inverse logic of what we already have. Yeah. So, yeah, let's do that. And that should kind of be it for like enemy projectiles. There's some optimizations I can make so it doesn't have to loop through every single enemy. But other than that, that's all the logic I can think of for enemy projectiles. Yeah. Oh wait, no, there was other logic I wanted. Like once I swing my sword, I want to be able to get rid of these projectiles. I want that to be a feature. Like you can swing your stick or your sword or your bat, and it will get rid of the projectile as it flies at you. Yeah, I think that will be nice. Indeed. Indeed, I shall say that is a most poggers thing. Oh dude, what is this theme? I remember this. Oh, it's the Elite Four theme from Gen 5 Pokemon. Bro. Now this is classic, man. Alright. Yeah, let's do that inverse logic that I was mentioning. Where was it? It was like... not here, but... like... was it here? No, it was up here. Here. Yes. This is where we want it. It's like basically invert this if condition. Like, I guess... yeah, just like literally like... invert it. So if we're like outside this range... I guess then we want this to be like equal to... or maybe this one equal to... if we're outside the range, then... make this false. And invalidate that timer. Yeah. Let's see if this works. So... so they'll shoot at us, but then we'll go all the way over here. Oh, they're still shooting at us. Oh, no, now they stopped. Okay. Then we go back closer, and then they start shooting again. Okay, so I think... we need to adjust that interval. I think it's probably too big. Probably make it even smaller than it is. Like instead of half, we'll make this like a fourth. Yeah. That way we can see the enemies and they'll fire at us. So... yeah, let's see. So... okay, this guy didn't start firing at us until we got really close. He's still hitting us, even though we're so far away. Okay, we gotta adjust this interval. Okay. Okay. We gotta do some thinking emoji about it. A little bit of thinking emoticon. thinking emoji. Yeah, because this guy should already be shooting at us. But he only starts once we get like really close. Yeah, like... Yeah. Maybe make the rocks a bit smaller. Oh yeah. Yeah, I should probably do that. Also, welcome ABM. Yeah, definitely need to make these rocks a bit smaller. Yeah, they're like boulders. that would be a bit oof for a Yippee to get hit by. We need to make these quite smaller. Yeah, so let's go to where our rock code is being set. So we've got our whatchamacallit, the hitbox here. Yeah, so we'll make this smaller to like a 6. And then yeah, wherever we're setting the size of this. Yeah, I'll also make this a 6 then for the texture. Or like the size of the thing. Yeah. I'll make it a bit smaller for the rock. Now let's see if it's if it is sufficiently small. Yeah, because that was like a pretty big rock. Let's see. Okay, that's a little smaller. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, because ideally it should kind of match like the slingshot. Like, would a Yippee be able to sling this rock at me? I think so. I think it's a decent size. Here's the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to like have it so you can like swing the rocks away. Or like maybe even like intercept the rock with an arrow or something. I think that would be cool. We could try that. Well, I think the first thing I wanted to fix was like make it so that it like fires at a good distance away from us and then like stops firing at a certain distance away. Yeah, let's try and do those things. Oh, I don't think I was showing. Yeah, this the rock got much smaller. Yeah, it was a pretty good size. Yeah, so if I get close to these little dudes, yeah, it's like pretty much smaller now. It's good. Very nice. Cool. Oh, it's invincible Yippee. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I gotta fix I want him to start like shooting kind of like probably like at this distance. They should already be shooting, but they only start shooting like when I get like really close, like kind of like at this distance. Yeah, and then I kind of want him to stop shooting once I'm like kind of like this far away. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on those kind of like numbers. Yeah. So for that, I have some code down here for this up here. Yes, here. I think it's this range controls like when they start shooting and stop shooting. Yeah. So this is like when they start shooting. It's like I have to be like within half a screen away from them. And then when they stop shooting, yeah, I think this was a good for like when they start shooting, but when they stop shooting, I don't know if that's, yeah, let me check again. Let me see if this is kind of a good thing. Yeah, let's take a gander. You can also set the same range to destroy the rocks. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Also, look at a pack of wild, crazed Yippees. Oh no. Yeah, I want it so that you can like hit multiple at once. I also want to do that. Right now, it's just like single targeting. Yeah, so this is like a good distance for them to fire at. I like this distance. But then I go like out here, and they're still hitting us. Yeah, I think they only stop when I get like really far, like... Oh, and they're even still shooting. Okay, now they stopped. Like really far away. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to see what's going on with that. Yeah, I need to somehow make the... I need to reevaluate that. Let's see. So... yeah, so for like when they start shooting, I'm like within like half a screen away. Yeah. And then, so here's when they stop shooting. So I like set this to false and invalidate this timer, which this timer controls like they shoot every second. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, like if I like invert these little arrow signs, these little greater than, less than, that'll kind of be like when they stop shooting. But yeah, I feel like it's doing it a bit like later than expected. Yeah, because I feel like they start shooting at the right time, but they stop shooting like really like late. I have to get really far away from them. Oh, I think I know why. So, okay, I want them to start shooting once I get within a certain range of them. But, like, I think this needs to be an or. I think that's the main thing. This needs to be an or, not an and. So once I get, like, far enough away on the left direction, or the right direction, not like and. I think that's why. Yeah. Well, let's try this. I think that was probably it. Let's see. So... yeah. So if I get close to a Yippee... Okay, that's okay. And then I get like this far away. Oh no, he's still... okay. Oh. Yeah, I have to be really far away. Still... Okay. Okay, so let's see if I can determine the distance. So it's like... He fires here, but not here. So that's almost like an entire frame width away, instead of like half a frame width. So... Maybe some of our logic is off. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Yeah, so instead of like half a frame width, I think it's like a frame width. So let's try and reread this logic. So if enemy node is less than or equal to our current position minus half the width of the screen. So like the enemy, so this is like when we're approaching from the left, I think. Yeah, so the enemy is behind us by more than like a half a screen away. So okay, they're on our left and they're like more than half a screen away, or they're on our right by more than half a screen away. I feel like this makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why then. It's like... It feels like it's too much. Yeah, I wonder. Let's think. So, what if I take out this equals? I don't know if that really... I mean, that shouldn't really affect much. Yeah, it really shouldn't. I wonder... I wonder if it has to do with like this coming before this, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna set this interval to be like smaller than this interval. Albeit, it would be weird if they were on different intervals anyway. But I'm gonna try it just to see what happens. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of a experimentation. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, I agree, they should be on the same range to destroy the rocks, which is kind of like how I thought it was working currently. But it seems it's a little off. Yes, this is fine. They're like throwing the rocks at us. Then, yeah, it's like it's not even on screen anymore. He's still trying to pelt us with rocks. Like a school bully. Okay, he's got his little handful of pebbles and he's trying to chuck it at us. It's not very nice. No, no, no. Yeah, we don't want this. We want him to stop throwing the rocks once we get far enough away. Once he's lost motivation, we've run far enough away from him. Yeah. So, let's see. Because this is the same range. Yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe there's some other logic that's not right. Let's think. So, yeah. Is it like not invalidating the timer fast enough, maybe? I suppose we can print in here. Like, far enough away from enemy to stop. And then like print enemy should be firing. And then we'll just spawn like one enemy at a time to test this. So where are we spawning our enemies anyway? Here. So we'll just hardcode this to be a 3. Or like a 1. Yeah, let's see. See when our things are getting cold. Because they should ideally be getting cold kind of around the same area. So let's see. So our enemy should spawn. And we'll start seeing some logs for it shooting at us. Okay. So now it's like enemy should be firing. So that's good. And we go far enough away for it to stop. Yeah, okay, it's not calling it. So I think it's that if statement that we have. Like it should be calling that already. Oh yeah, also I noticed we can like go off screen. That's interesting. Enemy should be firing something. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like that's getting called. It should be saying like far enough away from enemy to stop in the logs. But it's like... Okay, then I wonder how it's even stopping at all. Like it should... Oh, I know why it's stopping. It's because we have the function which cleans up all the nodes. Oh yeah, I think I know what's going on. We have a function that deletes every node that's off screen. Yeah. Okay. That's probably why, I think. Maybe. It could be conflicting with that. But it should at least be calling that function anyway. Thinking emoji. Let's think. So... it should at least be calling this. So this gets set to false. So then at some point in time it should be calling this again. Like it should be kind of like swapping between these if statements. Unless I'm deleting from this enemy's array. Which could be possible. Let's see, like enemies.remove. Enemies.remove at... Oh, we're only doing that when the enemies go below 0. So we shouldn't be removing then. And when are we invalidating the timers? So... Enemy range shot timer, remove... Yes, we only invalidate this when the enemy has less than 0 hit points. Yeah. Which is fine. Yeah, so I wonder why it's not calling that. It's far enough away from enemy to stop. Yeah. Far enough away. Yes. So let's take a gander. See if we can debug this. So this is called like multiple times. Yeah. That's fine. And then it calls this enemy should be firing. So it calls this once. And then from then on out, it never calls either of these. Like, ever again. So... oh, I know what's happening. Yeah, both of these are knots. I think one of them has to be like the other. Yeah. So... one of these is wrong. Okay, so this is like if I'm out of range and I'm not firing. This should be like, and I am firing. Okay, I think that fixes it. Yeah, that was a bit silly. I might have copy-pasted it. Let's see. Let's take a look if that fixes it. I thought it was like the range was wrong. I think it's that boolean. Let's see. Let's see if we can go near an enemy which shoots some projectiles at us. Let's see. You, good sir, and your laser beam. And then we go this far away. He stops. It gets called in our logs. And then we go back close to him. He should fire again. Ah, okay, good. This is good. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, now the next thing I wanted to do was, I can hit the projectiles and they'll go away. Yeah, otherwise I think the ranged Yippees might be a bit too broken. That might be a bit too hard to play. Yeah. I want a way to combat such difficult mechanics. Yeah. Also, eventually I want to implement like a delay for like firing the arrows, or, like firing your the player firing projectiles. Because right now you can just like spam tap and it'll like literally like I kind of want like a little delay between each projectile that you can fire. Because otherwise it might be a bit too broken. Yeah. Because the sword, you can only swing like, you know, like however long the animation takes for the swinging. But the bow, you can just like literally like spam like as fast as you can tap. Which might be, I don't know, that's a bit imbalanced. Yeah. Yeah. Also, this guy doesn't shoot if I'm like really in his face. But he shoots like... yeah. I don't know. Maybe, is that what I want? I think it is firing. It's just like... it's touching me at the same time it spawns, so it doesn't look like it's showing at all. But I think it is firing at me. It's just like instantly deleting. Which, I don't know, that might be a bit what's the word? Like it's not representing reality. I'll say that. Yeah. Well, let's do the thing where we can like we can swipe at the projectile, or we can intercept the projectile with our own projectile, and kind of delete it from there. Yeah, well, let's do that. We'll have a little bit of balance in our game. We're becoming our own balance team. Yeah. I guess once the game is out, we'll see what others say, and we'll take the feedback and implement even more balance. But the preliminary release will have to be our own balance team. Yeah. So what we'll say, I think for the balance, we'll have like we can get rid of the projectiles the enemies shoot at us by like hitting them with our sword or our own projectiles. Yeah. I think so. I think that'll be okay. Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, how shall we do this? We have a variable, I think, that controls like when we're swinging our sword. And so we don't want it so like I don't want the scenario where like the projectile is fired at us and it hits our sword and it deletes, because I want to be swinging the sword for it to delete. So we have to keep track of when our sword is swinging for it to delete. And I think we have a variable for that. I think it's like is melee attacking. Yeah, it says this is melee attacking. Gets set to true when our animation starts and is set to false when the animation ends. So I guess we can work on that first, like having the melee weapon block the projectile. And then we can work on having our own projectile block the projectile after that. Yeah, let's work on the melee block first. So we'll go to our collision function, or actually, we need to set our bit masks first. Like we need to be able to handle collisions between our melee weapon and the enemy ranged projectile. So yeah, I think we'll go wherever our like melee physics body is, I think. So where is that? Yeah, I think it's like somewhere up here we have this set. Let's see, where am I setting the player weapon? Like, I think it's like create weapon, create player weapon? Yeah, here we go. So here we're doing the hitbox stuff. So also for the contact test bit mask, we'll do this collider types dot enemy rock collider types dot enemy arrow and enemy laser beam. There we go. Yeah, many such possible things we can collide with. Indeed. Cool. That will be good. Awesome. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, now we should be able to handle collisions between our melee weapon hitbox and these enemy projectiles. Indeed. So let's go to our did begin contact. I think where do I set this? Here. This is where I'm handling collisions between the for the melee weapon hitbox. Yeah, so, and then I need this code again for like all the... This code here. Like if we get hit by an enemy projectile. Here. So if player is melee attacking and not did hit Yippee. Okay, so now we need to do this. Yeah, if player is melee attacking and we hit one of these projectiles, then we remove it. Yeah, this should work. Well, let's see. I never want to jinx myself, but we'll see. So, if I run this, then... Oh, right, I have this hard-coded to 1 still. I don't want that. Let me set that back to what it was supposed to be. Like, how many enemies spawn. It should spawn 1 to 3 enemies. But I still have it hard-coded to spawn just 1. Yeah, this code here. Let me undo that. And run this again. Yeah. Also, BRB, I'm gonna take a little water break. Okay, I'm back. I'm not used to talking so much. I'm normally very quiet. So my voice gives out very easily. Alright. Yeah, so this is good. Now let's see if we can block some things. Aha. I think we're blocking them. Yeah, we can't block like 2 at once. Unless we're really good at timing it. Or no, we can if we spam. Well, actually, let me try that again. I'll try spamming and see. Spamming the sword. Okay, I can block 1. If I'm like... time it right. Okay, I think it's working. I just have to really time it good. Okay, that's good though. Yeah. That's good. So, I'm gonna drink some more water, BRB. BRB. Ah, yes, water. Nature's wonderful, impossible chemical. Yeah, they say based on the molecular structure of water, how could it ever exist? But it does. And so life came with it. Wow. Yeah, drinking water can bring out such philosophical thoughts of mine. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, what was I doing? Yeah, I wanted to now block the enemy projectiles with our own projectile. Yes. So yeah, we'll go back to where we had the thingamajig. Like create player weapon, I think. Yeah, here we go. We'll add another category here. So, collider types dot Was it player? Like projectile category. I should really call this like player projectile category. 'Cause that's kind of what it is. Or where do I set this projectile category? Yeah, this should be called player projectile category. Player projectile category. Now, wherever we get the reds, because the reds will come, we will update this. Oh my gosh, there's this song, it's a Cumulatown. Oh my gosh, it's the ferret meme. Oh my gosh. Nice. Classic, dude. What a classic. Yeah. I'll call this player projectile too. Yeah. Cool. I think so. Alright. And now here we'll do contact with the enemy projectile, like this thing again. Yeah. Actually, we'll also remove the player projectile when it hits. Yeah. Yeah. That should be good. Cool. Oh, dude, this song too. This also gives nostalgia. What is this? Musical Stardom. I forgot where this played in the game. Ooh, I think I muted myself by accident. Was it in the beauty contest, I wonder? In the Pokemon Black and White games. Okay, let's see if we can block the... Oh, we can't block the things. Oh, we should be able to block these. Okay, it's not handling it. We gotta fix that. If let enemy projectile. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So let's see. Well, what's going on? Oh, I know what happened. I put the thing on the wrong... Yeah. I put the thing on the wrong thing. That's for the melee weapon, not the ranged weapon. So we need to go to our touches began and do this here. Yes, indeed. Also, I should call this player projectile. Indeed, that makes more sense to me. Alrighty. We'll change all these names. Now this should be good. Now let's try running it. Let's see. Let's see if we can block the arrows with our own arrows. We're fighting fire with fire. Let's see. So I got these dudes. Ooh. Oh, not quite. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I should be able to block that. Oh, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, I know why. That was a bit silly of me. Yeah, I need to put all the different enemy projectile types here. Should be enemy rock. Enemy arrow. Enemy laser beam. Yes, this should fix it. Yeah, that was a bit of an oopsie. A little bit of an oopsie. But I think that should be good. So let's run this again. And we shall see. We shall see if the thing does work. So let's get our bow out. Become Legolas Yippee. Ah, look at that. I can fire our own arrow to block the rock. Haha. Yes. Oh, did those guys get deleted already? Okay. Haha. Overwhelming force. I have an interesting idea. I have a most intriguing idea. It's an interesting idea, I think. So we can fire arrows to block arrows, but we can also fire arrows to block laser beams. But what if we didn't allow that? What if we had to have the laser gun to block the laser beams and below? It's like a laser beam can block a laser beam, a rock, and an arrow. But an arrow can't block a laser beam, but it can block rocks and other arrows. What if we did that? That could be interesting. I think so. That could definitely be interesting. That could indeed be most intriguing. Oh yeah, also we get this bug where if we like spam the enemies, they become invincible. I noticed that. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah. Also, we need to fix this bat hitbox. It's a bit oof. Okay. I think that's most of it. I think that's kind of like everything I wanted to do. The range projectiles. Indeed. He's trying to shoot rocks at us, but we can block his rocks. We can knock his socks off. Knock his rocks off. Actually, I'm starting not to be a fan of having our projectiles block these projectiles. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of broken. That's kind of busted. As the lead balance designer for my own game, I'm gonna make the executive decision to exclude that functionality. Yeah, I'm just gonna comment it out because I don't know. That seems like a bit... I feel like the player will use that too much. And it won't make the game as enjoyable if it's too easy. There needs to be a little bit of difficulty in the game for it to be enjoyable. As ironic as it is, I believe that. Just a little bit, not overwhelming. But I'm gonna make an executive decision and pull the plug on the idea that a ranged projectile shot by the player can block a projectile shot by the enemy. I think only the sword should be able to block. Yeah. I think that's okay. Yeah. Let's see though. Let's just take a look at our functionality again. And maybe we can make the sword swing faster if we really wanted to like buff it. Maybe even like the sword can swing the fastest and the stick will be like slow or something. Yeah, like we're blocking the rock by spamming our sword, which is like, you know, I think that should be good enough. Like we can't block the rock by shooting our own arrow. That would be like a John Wick. Yeah, that would be like a John Wick, like we're shooting a bullet with a bullet or something. That might not be... Maybe it's easier to cut a bullet in half with the sword than it is to shoot one. Like, I don't know how much easier that is. It's probably magnitudes easier, but not easy. That's by no means easier. Easier, but not easy still. Yeah. Anyway, I think this is pretty good. We've kind of, for the most part, we worked on the enemy Yippee spawns, and we made them so that they spawn like right before the structures spawn, which kind of fixed them spawning inside the structures. I kind of want to increase the range of where they spawn, like have them on top of the structures also, kind of more further to the back of the structures. Yeah, so they don't always spawn like in a bunch, like here. Kind of like here, there'll be a bunch that spawn like right here, or like right here. There'll be a bunch that spawn. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to adjust the spawning of the enemies, and also the enemy movement, because right now they're kind of stuck in place. Yeah, I want them to like chase me, or at least the ones with melee weapons. I want them to chase me. The ones with ranged weapons can kind of stay in the same place, but the melee one dudes can chase me. Right now they're kind of just swinging in the air, like they just don't care. Yeah, so we'll fix the spawning of the enemies. I think so. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. That should be quite good. Yeah, we still need to fix the performance. Like our node count in the bottom right is still much larger than it should be. I think maybe part of that also, we need to get rid of the projectiles when they're off screen. I don't think we're doing that, but we need to do that. Yeah. So, but we've got our projectiles firing, and they hit us and we take damage. We can hit them with our sword to remove them. We've got different, like Yippees with laser guns firing lasers, and bows firing arrows, and slingshots firing rocks that are smaller. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I think we've pretty much got most of what we want here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I think that's a task completed, so I might just wrap it up here. And tomorrow I'll probably focus on enemy movement. Like have the enemies move towards us. Yeah. Also, this damaged music is a bit ominous. I'm gonna change it to the undersea ruins. I like undersea ruins. Yeah, I think I'll probably wrap it up there, because I think this is a task well done. Yeah, that's quite good. Very nice. Cool. I like it. I like it. So, yeah. We'll wrap it up there then. Cool. Yeah. So this has been part 19 of building a Yippee mobile game. Thanks for watching. We got quite a lot done. Yeah, we kind of finished like... usually I plan out some feature to build in the stream, and sometimes we don't finish. I think oftentimes we've not finished more than we have. because it's like some random bugs we're trying to fix and things, but I think we pretty much got it done in this stream. Like the enemy projectiles, we've got like Yippee enemies shooting lasers and rocks and arrows, and they're hitting us, and we can block their projectiles with some of our own sword swings. We take damage when they hit us. They also get deleted when they hit like the different structures, like the bridge structure. Their projectiles will get deleted. Yeah. So we've got some good things going on. Yeah, game progress is looking pretty good actually then. We just need to fix a couple of bugs. We've got like some performance bugs. We've got some bugs where like the enemies are invulnerable when we spam the projectiles at them. Oh yeah, we also this stream kind of adjusted the enemy spawning so that they're not spawning inside structures anymore. Albeit we need to increase the range of their spawns. We're kind of just spawning them in a little group behind each structure, or like before each structure spawns. But yeah, we can spawn them on top of the structures and kind of further beyond or before them. But yeah, I think things are looking quite good, and yeah, I'm happy about this now. Yeah, or I've been happy about it, but this puts me in a good mood. I think we're going along quite dandily, indeed. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching part 19 of building a Yippee mobile game. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow again at 8 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, so we'll catch you then with part 20. Wow, part 20. A little milestone. We've gotten quite a lot done so far. Might review everything we've done so far tomorrow on that stream at the end. Yeah, it's been quite a journey so far, but we still got a little bit to go. But yeah, things are looking quite good. Yeah, so take care and catch you on the flip side then. Bye-bye.